My name is Bree.
Raquel.
Foodcloud.
I'm from Espigoladors.
Our mission is to transform surplus food into opportunities to make the world a kinder place.
We work to prevent food losses and food waste, to try to guarantee the right to access to food to everybody, and to give job opportunities.
The best part about working for Foodcloud is just working for an organization that really cares about actually making a tangible difference in the world.
The best part of working in Espigoladors is working in an organization who is aligned with my personal values and who makes real impact from the work we do every day.
I'd say the worst part about working at Foodcloud isn't necessarily a food cloud thing, but more of a food sharing initiatives in general, is that you feel like you could always be doing more. There's more work to be done about the food system, and you may never feel like you're fully completing your task or your job.
I think the worst part of working in Espigoladors or in the ecosystem of food sharing initiative is try to make the impact even bigger and bigger impact with the low resources, and always having to be challenging to obtain the grants or the funds to cover our objectives.
I think the best moment that we had when we were hosting was when Mark, Raquel's coworker, was there, and he got so excited when we had someone else come in to talk about gleaning, because it was the first time he's ever been able to talk to another organization about gleaning, and he almost was screaming with questions because he was so excited. It was really nice to see how happy he was.
I think the best part of hosting our buddies colleagues is to bring them to a field to have a gleaning activity and to show them our really new central of production, which when you talk about gleaning is different than experiences, also together with volunteers. It was really powerful for me.
The best moment of us being hosted is very similar to what Raquel said about the best moment of hosting, is that I loved going gleaning with them. I think you talk about farm level food waste, but then actually going there and seeing it and seeing how much there was, it puts it in a whole new perspective, and that was just one field, and thinking about all the fields out there, it made me rethink how I think about it all. And then the other part was seeing the collaboration and partnerships that Espigoladors had with everyone around the area was really interesting to see, because that's maybe not something Foodcloud does as much, and it inspired me that could be something Foodcloud could do more.
For me, the whole visit was like the best moment, but I think to admit that meeting all the colleagues from Foodcloud, no, apart from Bree and Angela, and having the opportunity to understand all the projects from their bosses, and having the chance to have make specific questions was very interesting to better understand what they do. Also meeting even one of the founders was very inspiring, no? How she explains of the project and how big they became in only 10 years, that is the same age we have. So it was very impressive, and making, to some extent, some friends, no? Buddy friends also from the visits.
What I really admire about what Espigoladors is doing is the scale that they're doing gleaning on. It's so much, and when you hear how much they collect in just a few days is really impressive. And then the vision that they've had to create S Imperfect, to use those extra products or extra food that they're collecting that would still be wasted. It's just a very impressive wraparound thought of how for the full system. And seeing it in person and how much you've scaled it up was very cool, and I very much admire what they're doing there.
So we were very impressed about the size and how professionals are in Foodcloud, because they are very targeted to the mission to prevent food waste, no? And they diverted them to food charities, but they are very big tech company, a very logistical company, very professional, with many professionals working. So very inspiring, who are all working for the same values. So it's very inspiring seeing, no? How it's normal that we are all professionals, but seeing there, no, a team of 100 people working for the same aim is very inspiring.
The biggest lesson I took back was just the level of food being wasted at the farm level that I wasn't really totally aware of before, and it opened my eyes to how much is being wasted there.
So I am bringing home two main lessons. The first one, that we needed to make it more contact and stay in touch with other food sharing initiatives from Europe and in the world, because we are sharing the same challenges, and even we are from different countries or regions, we are still can be helpful to each other because we are in different moments. And the second one is learning from the technological and digitalization side of Foodcloud, because before the visit, we were so naive on how can we digitalize our processes, but before seeing that they've been working on this from 10 years, and the moment they are, it's very big learnings for us.